Hi everyone and welcome to my sewing tutorial. Today I will guide you how to make your own kimono jacket. This project is perfect for everybody who wants to improve the sewing skills, either you are a beginner or an experienced sewer. Before we get started, remember that you can purchase pattern for this project directly from my Etsy shop. The link you will find down below. So let's dive in.
This denim kimono is a simple yet stylish piece that you can easily wear over any outfit. It has an open front, wide sleeves and a relaxed fit, making it comfortable for everyday wear. The kimono is finished with neat cuffs and comes with a belt to give it a nice shape. To make this jacket, all you're gonna need is fabric 2 or 2.5 meters, matching thread, tailor's chalk, pins, fabric scissors, iron, sewing machine and of course pattern. So let's get started. Lay down your denim fabric out on a large flat surface. It's important to make sure that the fabric is completely smooth. Any wrinkles or folds could lead to cutting mistakes, so to be sure to iron your fabric beforehand if necessary. Now take your pattern pieces and place them on the fabric. Use pins to secure each piece in place. This will help keep the pattern pieces from shifting while you cut. I add 7 cm to the bottom of the garment so that I can neatly fold and hem it later. With your pattern pieces securely pinned, take some tailor's chalk and trace around each piece. Be careful to follow the lines exactly so that your cut pieces are accurate. Once you have traced your pattern, carefully cut out the fabric pieces, making sure to leave a seam allowance. For this project, you'll need to leave a 1 cm seam allowance for the side seams and along the edges of the sleeve and neckline. Cutting accurately will ensure that all the pieces fit together perfectly later on. Here are all the pieces we'll need. With your fabric cut and ready, it's time to start assembling the main body of the kimono. We'll begin by sewing the shoulder seams, which will join the front and back panels of the garment. Take the front and back panels of your kimono and lay them out with the right sides facing each other. The right side of the fabric is the side that will be visible when the garment is finished. Once the front and back panels are aligned at the shoulders, it's time to sew the shoulder seams. Using a straight stitch on your sewing machine, sew along the shoulder seams, making sure to maintain a consistent 1 cm seam allowance. After sewing the seams, use an iron to press them flat. This will not only make your garment look neater, but also make it easier to sew the next steps. A well-pressed seam lies flat and ensures a smoother finish. Start by taking the pre-cut stripes for the neckline facing. These stripes are what we'll use to finish the neckline. Lay the stripes with the right sides facing each other and sew them together at the center back neckline. This will form one continuous facing piece that goes around the entire neckline of the garment. I also press 1 cm on the other side of the facing right away so that it's ready to be sewn to the main garment later. To make it easier to fold the fabric, I make small notches along the curve of the piece. After that, I press the 1 cm fold again. Now that the facing is assembled, pin it to the main garment. Start by matching the center back of the facing with the center back of the neckline. Pin them together, then continue pin it outward toward the front panels. Make sure everything is smooth and aligned for a clean finish. Sew the facing in place following the seam allowance of 1 cm. The next step is to press the facing to the inside of the garment. Before sewing on the machine, I hand stitch the curved part of the neckline facing. After that, I secure the rest with the pins. Top stitch the facing on the inside of the garment, sewing 2 mm from the folded edge. This step hides the seam and keeps everything looking clean and professional. After that, I remove the hand stitches. On the front side, I sew a decorative stitch 2 mm from the edge. The next step is to work on the sleeves. Start by pinning the sleeves into the armholes. Lay your kimono flat and pin the sleeve to the armhole, starting at the shoulder seam. Make sure to make up the notches on the front and back of the sleeve, with the corresponding notches on the garment body. This helps ensure the sleeve is properly aligned and fits correctly. Sleeve is pinned in place, sew it to the main garment, following the armhole curve. Be sure to sew slowly and carefully around the curve to avoid any uneven seams. Stitch the underarm seam. Sew the side seams starting from the sleeve and continuing down to the hemline. To ensure the kimono has a polished and professional look, we need to finish the hem. Start by folding the bottom edge of the kimono up by 1 cm and press it with an iron. Then fold the edge up again by another 6 cm. This double fold hides the raw edges and gives the hem a clean, finished look. Before sewing, I secure the edge of the fabric with pins. Once the hem is folded, sew along the edge, stitching 2 mm from the fold. This will create a neat and durable finish that will hold up over time. We also need to stitch the edge of the garment, sewing 2 mm from the edge. Next we are going to create and attach the cuffs to the sleeves. Start by folding the cuff along the short side with the right sides of the fabric facing each other. Sew along the short edge to create a closed loop or bracelet shape. Repeat the step for the second cuff. With your cuff loops ready, it's time to attach them to the sleeves. Insert the cuff into the sleeve, matching the seam of the cuff with the underarm seam of the sleeve. Align the raw edge of the cuff with the raw edge of the sleeve and pin all the way around the sleeve opening. Once pinned, sew the cuff to the sleeve using a 1 cm seam allowance. Now we need to fold 1 cm from the edge of the cuff and press it with an iron. Now turn the cuff inside out so the wrong sides of both the cuff and sleeve are facing each other, enclosing the raw edge inside the seam. This step creates a neat hidden seam on the inside of the sleeve. For a neat seam, I first stitch the edges by hand. Turn the sleeve right side out and sew a stitch 2 mm from the edge. After that, we can remove the hand basting stitches. The next step is to sew the belt. I fold the belt pieces with the right sides together and secure them with pins along one long side and both short ends. After that, I sew on the machine, starting from one short side, going along the long side and finishing at the other short side. Next, I cut the corners of the belt so that when I turn it right side out, they will be sharper and neater. The next step is to turn the belt right side out. I use a right angle ruler to help shape the corners. I also press the belt to give it a crisp finish. Next, we need to press 1 cm inward on both sides of the belt. I secure the edge of the belt with pins before sewing it on the machine. Sew 2 mm from the edge. On the other side, I also sew a decorative stitch 2 mm from the edge. We also sew 2 mm along the short edges in the same way. The next step is making the belt loops. Prepare 2 rectangle pieces. Before that, I stitch them with a zigzag stitch to prevent fraying. Then press 1 cm inward on both sides. Sew them down the middle using a zigzag stitch. Next, I place the belt loops on the garment, marking the waist beforehand for proper positioning. Sew the belt loops onto the garment with a 5 mm seam allowance from the edge. So that's it, thank you for watching this sewing tutorial. I hope you had fun making your denim kimono. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more sewing projects. Don't forget to check out the pattern in my Etsy shop. Happy sewing and see you next time, bye!